What's up, guys? This is Evolve with Otoki, and today's video is about 4 ways that black men or any men can find fortune in their misfortune. So I'm going to cover 4 very common misfortunate situations that people in America deal with, and I'm going to show you the solution to those misfortunate situations. I'm not going to waste your time, so let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, you grew up without a father figure in your household. I'm not here to cry with you because I didn't grow up with a father in my household either. While that may be a misfortunate situation, and data proves that if you didn't have a father in the home, you're more likely to be imprisoned. You're more likely to be uneducated. You're more likely to not make as much money. The fortunate situation about not having a father in your household is that you get to pick your father figure. You can look throughout all of history and all of the natural and supernatural world and pick and emulate the person that you want to be like. Me personally, I wanted to be like Goku. My father figures were Goku and Alexander the Great. I learned about them. I tried to take after their traits. And if you see, you're going to do this regardless. You're going to pick a father figure that way regardless, whether you're aware of it or not. What usually happens, especially with young black children, is that they will want to be like their favorite ball player when from ages like 5 to 11. They want to be like their favorite ball player or their favorite football player. But then they start playing sports and realize they're not as good as they thought they were. And then it transfers over to them wanting to be like their favorite rapper or their favorite gangster. And those guys aren't good for anything besides destroying their own community. Why would you want to be like them? No, let's be a little bit smarter about the father figures that we pick if you don't have a father figure in your household. And that's how you're going to find fortune in that misfortune. Pick somebody like Goku. Pick somebody like, like Alexander the Great. Pick your favorite hero. That's going to be your father figure if you don't have your father in your life. All right, so number 2 kind of stems off of number 1. The second misfortunate situation due to you not having a father in the home is you're going to base a lot of your actions off of emotions. You're going to base a lot of your actions off of how you feel. In the best case scenario, this will cause you to be lazy and undisciplined. Worst case scenario, this will cause you to bottle up your emotions until one day you finally pop and you end up either in jail or dead somewhere. The fortunate thing about having a little bit more emotionality than the average man is that you technically have more horses. You have more horses up here in your brain. And it's a lot more difficult to control those horses. But if you learn to control those horses, you have more horsepower. And my recommendation for you learning how to tame horses is to join a martial arts gym. Join either a kickboxing or jiu-jitsu gym, because it's going to teach you 3 different things. It's going to teach you that you have to stay in the present moment. You can't be worrying about the outside world if you're rolling with somebody or if you're fighting with somebody. It's going to teach you that you can't base your actions off of your emotions. You're going to lose. You're going to get punched in the face. You're going to get choked out. How are you going to act after life hits you? How are you going to act after that? And then thirdly, you're going to come across a lot of, masculine role models and people that you can look up to. There's always going to be somebody better than you in a kickboxing gym or a jiu-jitsu gym. And if you're in a place where nobody's better than you, you need to find a different place that does have somebody like that. All right, so third misfortunate situation is that you come from a poor household. You come from poverty. So poverty is very relative. Sure, you're crying, woe is me. Life is so terrible, but you're tweeting from your iPhone and you have a roof over your head and you have lights turned on. So what may be poverty and what may be poor to you could be luxury to the starving kid that's in, Cambodia or Cameroon or some other place you wouldn't want to live. So before I give you the solution, let's remember to take everything into perspective and not cry too much about our situation. But the fortunate thing about growing up in poverty is that you're going to be, if you follow steps 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot more ingenuity. You will have a lot more resourcefulness about your character because you'll be used to doing a lot more with a lot less. So if you use that chip on your shoulder, if you use it effectively and drive your actions towards things that will benefit this world and benefit other people, it's only a matter of time before you surpass your peers because they didn't have the hard life that you did. All right, the final misfortunate situation that you need to find fortune in is if you've ever experienced prejudice or if you ever experienced racism. Because believe it or not, this is a gift. This is a very valuable gift. You are being put in a position that most people in this world don't have too many instances to experience. You're put in a position to show the content of your character, and you're put in a position to build a little bit more fortitude. So like I've experienced prejudice, I've experienced racism, and I'll tell you what, the best thing you can ever do is become more successful than those that try to count you out. Don't stoop to their level. Don't stoop to their level. Don't play their game, because they're probably going to be better at it than you. And when you become successful against the odds of the world or whatever these people are saying against you, that is the sweetest revenge. That is the sweetest success. There have been situations where someone would act, could act racist or prejudiced towards me, and then they end up working for me. And you know what I do? I treat them like normal human beings, because I won't let outside circumstances change my character. And when they see that, it shows them, damn, there's a gap between me and Otoki. There's a gap between me and Otoki. Sure, his skin color may be different. Sure, he may be taller than I'd like, but damn, he's a real one. So don't let anybody be able to take that away from you. I know you guys are tired of me talking about him, but the best example for this is once again Khabib Nurmagomedov. I just made a whole video about Khabib, but Khabib in his fight leading up to Conor McGregor was talking crap on his family members, his father. He was talking crap on his religion and all kind of other things that are usually off limits for a lead up to a fight. And Khabib, instead of stooping down to Conor's level and running his mouth about Conor's family and Conor's religion and things like that, Khabib kind of just took it on the chin. He took it on the chin. He played cool until it was time to not play cool, until it was time for both of them to perform on that night in the octagon. And Khabib talked with his actions. Khabib never stooped. He never stooped to Conor's level. Well, besides him jumping out of the cage at the very end of it. But before, leading up to the fight, he never stooped to Conor's level. And out of all the people that have beaten Conor McGregor, his loss to Khabib eats him alive. You mention Khabib. Anytime Khabib is mentioned, Conor is there to say something about it, because that's the one that got away. That's the one that never stooped to his level, but beat him anyways. So the fortune in that misfortune, once again, is that you're put in a position to show the content of your character. Don't disappoint me. So I'll end this video by saying this: no matter your situation, you have eyes in the front of your skull. You are a human being, the apex predator of this planet. Your eyes are placed in the front of your skull for a reason. The conquering eye, the eye that conquers, cannot be blinded by hate. It can't be blinded by the hate of his situation and how he just wants to cry and complain about it. No. That's not how you grow. That's not how you evolve. If you want to evolve in any situation, you must find the fortune in your misfortune. There are numerous other situations that I didn't cover, but it's all a matter of perspective. You have to change your perspective and find that opportunity within the obstacle that you're facing. And that's all I really have to say. So thank you for watching. If you kept watching this far, I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you for liking this video. And until next time, peace.